Hey guys, it's Trent here from Animal Warforged and a member of the Legion of Gamza. Just here giving you an update on my 1000-point Eldar that I painted up the other day. If you were following my recent video, I posted up a update video on some Eldar that I was painting for my club's campaign that we just started. That happened last night. I'll get into the details of that in just a minute. But here is my 1000 points of Eldar that I took for that game. All painted up and all based. The airbrush helped quite a lot. There's the falcon that, if you're following the videos like I said, you would have seen him before he was all lined up and gemmed decals, and well, before he was at this stage. And here's my other one, which I did the night after finishing this one here. And that's done in a Wraithbone scheme. Really happy with how this one turned out. Got a lot of compliments from him at my club and the pictures that I've shared. So if you have any questions on how I did that, I'm getting another falcon soon. So if you're interested, I can do up a tutorial on how I did this. Although it is with an airbrush, so if you don't have one you might find it a little bit harder, but I'll try go over the details if you're just using a brush instead as well. So anyway, let's go over the list. It was... let's get the rules here. Sorry. Okay, the rules were... pretty much destroy the evidence if you play, I think it was from War Machine or Malifaux, but basically we had 3 objectives that we had to destroy for each, well, we had to destroy 3 objectives. They were 2 points each, and we had to take a minimum of 2 troops, like normal, and 1 HQ. You destroyed the objective whilst in base contact before you gave up shooting, and you destroyed it on a 4+. So I tried to go a little bit troops heavy here, with 3, well, 4 troop choices. And for those I had 3 squads of Dire Avengers with an Exarch with Bladestorm and dual Avenger Shuriken catapults, and a squad of Pathfinders, 5 of them. For fast attack, I took a squad of 8 Warp Spiders with an Exarch with Withdraw and 2 Death Spinners, and for heavy support, 2 Falcons, both with scatter lasers and shuriken cannons. Yep, that's right, shuriken cannons. Yeah. Oh, and this is a wave serpent turret on my falcon, because I didn't have a falcon turret, so I just decided I'd use that until I got one. That's okay. But yeah. So my Farseer down here, here's my Warlord. He had just Doom and a Witchblade. That's pretty much it. I didn't take him with anything else. It was only 80 points. I was trying to spend more points on my troops and try to get some more troop choices. And it worked out well. I ended up versing Tyranids, and there was a fair few gaunts, and I hadn't fought Tyranids before, so that was quite daunting at first, but yeah, Warp Spiders are definitely the way to go, I reckon. I'm getting some more of them as well. They'll be quite nasty to have. But first turn, they pretty much leaped up and jumped up, and they ran. Did they? No? They jumped up, and they were able to... on the second turn, they were in range of the Tyranid's Hive Tyrant, and just shot him once, and he died. And that was quite nasty. And then I had some drop pods dropping behind all my guys, and that kind of scared me to start off with. One Dire Avenger squad who was just about to capture an objective just got slaughtered. I did capture one objective first turn straight off the bat with my Rangers. They were right next to it, so ta-da! Win. What else noticeable happened? My Farseer didn't get to do much at all. He pretty much walked up halfway the board and then got assaulted by a Harpy. along with this squad of Dire Avengers with him, and he kind of was a bit scared to begin with, but in the second round of combat, because no one died, well, no one important died, maybe this guy here, this guy here, this guy here, and that guy there. There was about 3 guys left. Yeah, there was 3. And my Farseer came to attack, and I didn't realize what which blades do. So, wounds on a 2+, AP 3 for 6 ed. It just kind of slaughtered the Harpy. I did wound it in Overwatch, I will say, but it was quite nasty. My Warp Spiders, back to them, they killed a Hive Tyrant, a Venom Thrope, and that was all up one side of the board, like this side of the board. Imagine they're here. They started this side, killed a Hive Tyrant and Venom Thrope. Well, all of these guys are at this side of the board. Complete opposite, and they just started jumping over. And by the time last turn came in, they were able to shoot at another Gaunt squad and obliterate, I think, 10 of them, along with the Dire Avenger squad shooting them down. In the end, it turned out with victory points, it was victory for Eldar, 11 points to 3, I believe. Was it 11 to 2? Sorry. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how they all turned out. Stand these guys back up. I do have a few out of production Dire Avenger models. They're a bit smaller than the others, but oh well. What can you deal with them? Look at them. They're just tiny. Let's get a look at him. Look at him. Just small. But yeah, I based these Exarchs up on some resin, not Exarch, wave. Oh, I always do this. Warp Spiders. I based these Warp Spiders up on some brick tile bases. I got 4 off eBay, which came with. There's one. No, this one. This is the original base. It's a resin cast base. Oops, just drop a Warp Spider. So, as you can see, that's the kind of base it came with. And the other 4 that I had didn't match that base, so I had to make them up with green stuff. And I think I did a fairly good job. You can kind of get a good view of them all in there. I did the Exarch up with a brush and the rest up with an airbrush, because I got an airbrush recently, so that's helped quite a bit. I'm gonna go with my Falcon a little bit, this bleach bone one. This one got quite a few compliments at my club and on pictures that I've been sharing. Don't know if I said that in this take of the video. It's like my 3rd take. Oh well. It's all magnetized. Each gun is magnetized. I've got all the guns possibly magnetized. Their polarities match. I think in the last video I said my magnets are magnetized, because that makes sense. But all of my guns are magnetized to the magnet so they can get on any polarity. This turret's also magnetized, so when I do get a Falcon turret to replace this Wave Serpent turret, I'm going to put it on there. And I'm going to paint it up in this color scheme again. I aimed for like a Ulthway, I think that's how you say it, color scheme for my Falcon here. And it turned out quite nicely. You can kind of see I used a plague brown to tint the shadows kind of in here, underneath these spikes. I know these go on Wave Serpents, but I really like how they look, so I decided to put them on anyways. The pilot's painted up. Can't really see all that well. Yeah, I was using oil washes on these guys. Really great fun oil washes, they're really precise. The only thing is, if you're using white spirits like I am, you really do need a good ventilation system, or somewhere really well ventilated, because it gets quite fumy, and you get to go a little bit spazzo. So yeah. What else can I talk about? Talk about Phoenix Lords and Eldrad and Phoenix Lords. So I've been reading over the Codex today, and I haven't read much of the Eldar Codex, and they are awesome. I'll give you that. I had no idea that same hand, like the riders before they go out on a sweep to go on a battle cry or something, they sometimes slit their wrists and drink each other's blood from each other's wrists as a symbol to, like, patronizing sacrifice to the, blood and for the blood god, but that's chaos. We'll get to that later. The avatar of Cain, another brutal model. When he's awakened from a craft world, the Farseers and Seer Council of that craft world select an Exarch or a Farseer that's worthy enough to become a young king, and that young king is chosen to step foot into the metal throne of Cain, where this iron cast statuesque of this baby is crackling and fuming with smokes and fumes, so he can kind of get devoured and eaten by him. So, I didn't know Eldar was that dark, but they kind of really... Look how colourful they are. But they're really nice. I really like their backstory. I knew a bit about them, but not to that extent, and I'm really enjoying all of the old god, well, the god tales and all of the mythology for Eldar. It's really interesting. I'm going to have to get into some books and read them too. Phoenix Lords. Assaman. I would like to field the Phoenix Cain at some stage. It would be really fun to do so. And now I'm just going to yap on about Eldrad. Eldrad Ulthane? Let's just stay with Eldrad. He is awesome. From what I read today, his visual prowess, for any of you Naruto fans out there, his divination is amazing, lore-wise. Being able to predict and formulate Gazghouls, orcs, into a force together, I think it was, to fight against the Imperial Guard on Cydia or something like that. Not Cydia. On some 40k planet, because he knew that the other force posed a greater threat to the Eldar race, so he pitted another race to fight them against them. Not only to mention that during Abaddon's 13th Black Crusade in the Blackstone Fortress, Eldrad projected his soul into the heart of chaos of that ship to prevent it from opening the warp, sacrificing himself. So I don't know why I can field him, but he did that. He's pretty cool. Really nice lore. Really nice lore. But anyways, this video is going to go on for a little bit because I haven't done a video in a while. I've been busy painting up these guys. So now I'm going to go into a little review of an item I received not too long ago. I'll just bring it over here. I'm just going to unplug it. Here we are. An airbrush. This is an airbrush that I got recently off eBay. I will try to provide a link down below if you are interested in getting this. It is, for its price, quite good. I live in Australia, so the person I bought this off the seller lives in Australia as well. If you are in Australia, unfortunately, well, if you're outside of Australia, unfortunately you won't be able to get this, but for any Australian people on YouTube, like Games Workshop guy, if you're looking to get an airbrush, I would recommend this. It was $60. It comes with this little mini air compressor. It is quite quiet. I haven't had any complaints of it being able to be heard outside of my bedroom door, which is there. So, and it usually sits there. So, fairly quiet. It comes with a 3mm nozzle. It's a dual action gravity feed. Comes with a moisture trap, a braided cord, an airbrush holder. What else can you ask for? That's $60. Free shipping, and you probably will get it in about 3 days. I don't know where you are, Games Workshop guy, this is to you, kind of, but you could probably get this relatively fast if you wanted to speed up your painting process, or if you wanted to base coat something really quickly. It would be great. But if you're looking to get into airbrushing as well, I do recommend it. I've only just gotten into airbrushing myself recently. and so far I haven't had an issue with this. I do recommend, if you're starting airbrushing, to get some spare nozzle parts. You can either get them off eBay or your local store. I would suggest supporting your local store because they are from your area and you should be nice to them, so come on, support some people. Yeah, I also got another airbrush from the same people that I bought this one off. It's a smaller one, it has a smaller cup, so it's not that great for base coating. If you're doing satin varnishes or gloss varnishes, you're better off using one of these things if you're planning to do a large amount. But if you want to get into small details, I also decided to pick up a second airbrush. It was $40 for this kit. It also came with 2 needles, a 0.5mm and a 0.2mm, plus the nozzles for it, and nozzle caps, I do believe. So if you're looking to have multiple airbrushes, I use this one now purely for base coating, varnishes and all of that, and I use the other one for fine details, getting in the shadows and pre-shading. Well worth it. It speeds up your painting time by I don't know how much time, but there's nothing wrong with brush work. Like, in the end, when you get an airbrush, you will need to continue doing some brush work, because you can't do everything with an airbrush. You probably can. No, you can, but I think in theory you should be able to. With masking and all of that kind of stuff, you can do anything with an airbrush, but that takes a lot of practice to do so. So yeah, I'll provide a link below for that item. Other than that, stay tuned. That's all I have for today. Sometime this week I'll be providing an unboxing video for a bunch of stuff. A 2-player battle box for War Machine, so that's Kador and Menoth. There's also going to be an unboxing video for a Herald of Nurgle for Chaos Demons. I'm also going to do one for Plague Bearers of Nurgle, and also the new Plague Flies for Chaos Demon. So I'm probably getting them on Wednesday. That's 3 days from now. So stay tuned. I'll have another video. And yeah, if you like the video, if you like what you see, if you like my Eldar and their trickery, let me know. And if you'd like to know how I did my Wraithbone colour scheme on my Falcon, let me know. And when I get my next one, I'll make a video. You guys can see how I did it and use it if you wish. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers for that, and happy wargaming.